Here's how you get crispy skin on your chicken thighs using the Weber Kettle and the Vortex. Guaranteed. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get some flour, just basic flour. It's actually, this is not all, it's just, I think it's all purpose. It's not self-rising. I don't think it really matters, but this is just all purpose. And then we're going to add some of our rub to this flour. Now I'm using Yardbird rub from Plowboys. I think it's fantastic. I've tried this before many moons ago, and it was really, really good. You know, you just try new stuff and you forget about stuff you tried before, but I remember liking this a whole lot. So we're going to mix some of this in here. We're going to get it to where it's about the right color. I'm just going to take the lid off of it. And there's not really a measurement. I think I've got about 2 cups, maybe 2.5 cups of flour in here. I've got 6 thighs I'm going to do. And so I want to make sure I get enough. That smells good already. And get enough in here to where I get a good color mix of the Yardbird rub with the flour. I want to be able to see a bit of a brown or red tint to it, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to get a good amount in here, a good color to it. It's starting to turn a little bit, but I swear I don't think it's got enough in there. Make sure I get it off the bottom. Just a little bit more. I want a really good flavor out of this. And again, I got 6 thighs I'm going to do, so I want to make sure I've got some on each one of them and some good rub on each one. Now, full disclosure, I did salt these very lightly about 3 hours ago. I'd like to do it overnight, but I didn't have that time, so I don't even see it on there anymore. But that's intentional to help crisp the skin up as well. But we'll put them in the flour here and just coat them very lightly. I'm not trying to cake it on here or pack it in or anything like that. Just get it on there everywhere I can. And then just even shake it off. Just get some on there. That's perfect. That's all I need right there. Not a whole lot. I'm not trying to, like I said, cake it on here or make a batter out of it. I'm just trying to get a good amount on there. Now look, this is a big one here. It's going to be nice. Really nice big one out of this. We'll put it in here and get it covered as well. Cover and shake, basically. Probably had too much flour. Didn't know how much I'd need, you know. Just always rather have too much and not enough, of course. So didn't need quite 2 cups. Probably could have gone with a cup. But it's hard to mix when you got just 1 cup worth of flour. It's hard to mix it. Now, guys, you hear a lot of people talk about using baking soda or baking powder. Of course, the actual thing you should use, in my opinion, is baking powder, not baking soda. Baking soda is more for velveting the chicken. That helps to tenderize it. But baking powder is more what you want when you're going to try to crisp it up. But I like just using flour. It works perfectly fine. You know, that's what your granny used to use in the frying pan when you were a kid. So it works perfectly fine. I just want to shake it out. Make sure you get plenty of rub in there. That's got all 6 of them. Now we'll get them on the kettle. When the Vortex gets ready, we'll put it on there. Okay, guys, I did something a little different this time. Usually I just light my charcoal all in the chimney and pour it all into the Vortex at one time. Here what I've done is I've taken a bunch of charcoal and put it into the Vortex, and then I've lit more charcoal in the chimney that I'll bring over and I'll add to the Vortex. Now, I usually use lump charcoal, but I've done something different this time. I've gone with briquettes. There's a very scientific reason why I've done that. Hope you can follow this. I'm out of lump charcoal. Yeah, it got by me. I didn't realize I was out. Usually I get 10 or 12 bags of the stuff, and I did, but I've used it all. So I have no lump charcoal. This will be fine. The briquettes will do just fine. We'll pour these in here and get them on top of those other briquettes. I got the right amount too. I was afraid I wouldn't have the right amount. Now we definitely have the bottom vent open, and we'll keep the damper open on top lid too, just so we get a good airflow to keep this really, really good and hot. This will burn for just a few more minutes before I put the chicken on, but we'll get those bottom ones going too, so we have a longer burn that way. Now, guys, I normally will tell you that I want to get my chicken to an internal temperature of roughly 165 to 185. With chicken thighs, there's a lot of dark meat, and so the longer you cook these, the better off you are. Get closer to 200 degrees. And that fat in these chicken does really render really well. I'll get a piece of applewood and put it on top of the Vortex. We'll get a good applewood smoke. All right, guys, you see we're over 400 degrees here, headed towards 500. About 425 right now. We're working our way up. We want to go ahead and get as high as we can get. We'll put the chicken on now, but it'll continue working up and getting to the closer to the 500, maybe even 550, we hope. Put our big piece of applewood right here in the center, really nicely there. Then we're going to take this chicken and put 2 together at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So we'll put 2 right here. 2 right here, and 2 right here. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I want to turn my lid, the damper, the vent from it, to different times about every 15 minutes. So I want to start with it here. Make sure your lid's on good and tight. It's hot, very hot. Be careful when you do that. But I'll start with the vent over here, and about 15 minutes from now, I'll take the lid and I'll rotate it here. So I pull that smoke flavor over these particular chicken thighs, get the flavor from the smoke, and also the heat will be more concentrated over these, and I can move it every 15 minutes or so. Now, that's our first step. Now, what I'll do when we come back, I will show you what we do next that really makes a big difference in the guarantee I made of getting this done. So hang in there, wait about 15 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, guys, you see our temperature. We're at 500 degrees. I've not looked yet. We'll see how they look. Oh my goodness, they look good, don't they? Wow, they look beautiful golden color. Now, here's what I call my big secret. You may be doing this already. The flour was a big thing, of course, with the rub in it, but I've got a couple different sprays I want to try. I want to try avocado spray, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know I like duck fat. I got a duck fat option as well as avocado spray option. That's hot, sorry. I'm trying to show it to you. I'll put links in the description for both of these. This is just at your grocery store. This duck fat's on Amazon, other places as well. But I want to do a little experiment here. I want to put avocado spray on these two closest to me, and then those four I want to put duck fat on. So let's take a look and see how these do. I'm talking about a very light dusting here, guys. I'm not going to do much of these, just a little bit of a light dusting. Well, there we go. Just those two I'm going to put avocado on. The rest of these I'm going to put duck fat on. Here we go. A little light dusting like that. We'll hope that'll crisp the skin up really well. Now we're going to wait about another 15 minutes, and I will turn these over, guys. I want to get these turned over, and I'm going to spray the back side too so I get really crispy all over. Let me get the lid back on, and I'm going to turn it that way so that the damper is to the left, to your right. Just put it back on there, and it's already 500 degrees. I guess that oil did something to it for one thing in the fire there. Because that should do a really good job. Another 15 minutes, and we'll check on them again. Gosh, still looking really, really good, guys. Tell you what. I think I will temp them. I know they're not going to be anywhere near done, but I want to see how close they are. We'll take a look and see if we can see. I'm sorry, let me get off that bone a little bit. Actually, not too far. 186, 187. It's not bad at all. 164, 163. That's a little different, of course. 160, 161, 160, 170. So these two, that's 175. Those are more done than the others. So we're going to flip these real quick, guys, and I'm going to spray them as well. Just want to flip them for just a couple minutes. That's hot. Follow that same protocol. Those two with avocado. And these guys with duck fat. Get our lid back on. Rotate our damper that way. These are getting done a lot faster than I thought they would. Just that high temperature is really doing a good job. I wish it'd slow down a little bit, but that's okay. You know, I want it to cook longer because that way if it cooks a little longer, more fat will render in the thighs. So that's, you know, this is obviously a fatty piece of meat, so we want that fat to render. But it's okay. We're good. We're going to go till another 15 minutes and check them then, and we'll pull them off when they get done. Ready to go, guys. We are done. I'm going to pull them off now. They all feel really good. They look really good. Color on them is fantastic. Camera best I can. These all look just absolutely wonderful. That skin, I think, is going to be very crispy. Get these off best we can without tearing them. Oof. Let them cool down just a little bit. Let them rest for a minute or two. We'll go from there. See if my 100% guarantee on crispy skin holds up. We'll see in a minute, guys. All right, guys, now we've reached the end. We're going to see how these things turned out. They feel fantastic. We'll see how they sound as far as how crispy they are. I hope you can hear this. I'm going to get it close to the camera so you can. I think you probably can hear that. So let's give that a try. I'm going to pull the skin off. I probably hear it crunch. Pulling it off. Yeah, we're going to try that skin just alone. We're going to try the skin, guys. Oh my gosh, hear that crunch? Watch. Mmm. Oh, that skin is so good. Mmm. Very well done, guys. Very nicely done. That is terrific. Now let's pull some of this chicken apart. See if you can see the juices in there. Sorry, if you can see it okay. So tender and juicy. Still pretty hot through these gloves even. I'll give it a try here. Cheers, guys. Oh, wow. Mmm. So juicy and so tender. It is fantastic. Really pleased with these. It turned out fantastic. The guarantee held true. A very crispy skin. Oh, every one of them. But guys, I enjoyed it very much. Hope you enjoyed it too. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the support. We can certainly use it. And guys, until next time, I'll meet you at the smoker.